Hi, I'm Jared from Stoat.dev. Stoat is a tool that makes your build data easy to access. We released the alpha version this week, and Stoat is and will always be free for public GitHub projects. So let's look at a specific daily pain point for Java devs. Let's say that you have a PR and you want to view the Gradle scan for your latest build. Um, the way you'd usually do that is you'd go to the details for that build. You would go here. You'd scroll down. You'd fight with the Chrome and get up scrolling for a bit to try to get to the bottom of the page. You'd look at the Gradle scan link. You'd open that up, and boom, you can look at your test results. But that takes a surprisingly long amount of time, and that's a pretty common occurrence. And it seems like accessing whatever build outputs you want, not just the Gradle scan, but what if you wanted to look at, your PMD violations or test coverage reports or something like that. Accessing all these different artifacts should feel trivial and just be a single click away. So that's actually what Stoat allows pretty much out of the box. So if we go up here, Stoat is already configured for this pull request here. And the app adds a comment here which contains all of the different latest links for all the artifacts produced by the build. And this is a comment that's updated on every update, so you're not spammed with hundreds of Stoat comments if you're just adding a bunch of commits. So here, to access your Gradle scan, for example, you just click scan, boom, there you are. If you want to access your test results or your Jacoco coverage, those are available, and you can also generate things they're openapi, docs, for example, if you want to preview what those would look like. Yeah, so basically any sort of HTML artifact that you want to produce is easy to configure with Stoat. And also, we support some metric charting, and right now we only show job runtimes. So here you can compare for the last two commits that the job runtime plugin was enabled for on this PR. You can see how the build time changed. But also in the future we'll allow comparing to master branch and also allow you to track your own metrics. So how hard is it actually to get a comment like this in your PR? And it's actually surprisingly easy. So on our docs page at docs.stoat.dev, we have instructions for setting this up. But the main idea is that you install a GitHub application, and then you can either manually add some of the configs here, or you can use our CLI, which you can install with with npm. But I won't do that since I already have it. But then you can run stoat init. It creates a config file, and then it asks if you want to add an action to your existing GitHub workflows. And here I said yes. And let's open up Sublime. Yeah, so here it added the action to the end of the step, and also created a config file for Stoat. And I won't re-add it here, but let's just look at this PR where we already configured it. Yeah, so here it is. So here we have all these different tasks, which basically says the tests are located at this path when the build is run, or the Jacoco outputs are available at this path, etc. So basically we just specify all these paths. And then also we specify this little value here, which makes sure that the job runtime stats are collected. But that's pretty much it. Of course, earlier on, we had to make sure that our Gradle build actually output all of the reports to HTML, and we had to track down the locations of those reports. But once we did that, all that we have to do is create this config file, and we also chose to specify a custom template so we could display it in a specific format, but that's not required. So if this looks useful for you today, again, go to stoat.dev, try it out, it's free. And in the future, we're going to add a ton of new exciting features around integration testing and a lot more. So stay tuned. Thank you.